Hey, this is Mike from 424recording.com, and today we're going to take a look at writing some hip-hop lyrics for the Fall Song Challenge. I gotta be honest, I don't know much about writing hip-hop lyrics, but if it's anything else like writing lyrics for songs, I think I'll be pretty alright at it. When I'm frustrated at work, I often find myself rhyming about my issues with my job or trying to bring some levity to a situation that I'm upset about. For instance, the song I'm going to be recording for the Fall Song Challenge is going to be called Making That Cheddar, which is basically about having to make money to survive in this world. But the phrase has a double meaning in that I'm literally making cheddar, as in the cheese. And then throughout the song, I'm bringing up instances of cheese and how much I enjoy eating cheese and making money. So as you can see, there's two themes really. It's eating, which is one of my favorite things to do, and making money. Figure out an idea of what your song is going to be about. You can go about this two ways writing your lyrics. Either A, figure out what your song is going to be about first, as in come up with a cool title such as Making That Cheddar, and then write your song, whatever comes into your mind or whatever is on that theme of making that cheddar. Or two, you can come up with some lines, write those lines out, rhyme those lines out, and just keep coming up with more and more lines until you find some that strike you as being something you are interested in or something that you like, and then you can work off of those lines. So you can either come up with the title first and use that as a structure, or come up with the lyrics first and then find a title. I'm generally the type of person who comes up with the title last, but in this particular song, I came up with the hook first and the rest of the song followed like dominoes falling. I also saw an interview with the acclaimed warrior poet and rapper Jay-Z, in which he stated that he never writes any of his rhymes down. And I think this is actually quite a brilliant technique, because think about any song that you've ever heard that you like. If you think about a song that's one of your favorite songs right now, you could probably almost immediately come up with, start singing it aloud or in your head. I've always used a similar technique when I'm writing riffs on guitar, in that I used to write riffs and have to be recording all the time because I was worried that I was going to miss a great riff. But what I started realizing was not all those riffs were that great. So if I start writing a riff on guitar and I play for it for a bit, 15 minutes, 5 minutes, and the next day I come back and I remember that riff, then I think that that's an indication that that's a great riff. Likewise, or conversely, if you do that, if you write a riff or write a rhyme and you can't remember what it is after rehearsing it a few times, or if you think you like it but then you can't recall what it is, maybe it's not that great of a rhyme to begin with. Maybe it's not that great of a riff to begin with. So that's definitely something to keep in mind as you write your lyrics, that maybe don't write them down. Maybe just start rhyming off the top of your head, rapping off the top of your head, thinking about things going on around you in your life, whether it's love or breaking up with somebody or making money or, I don't know, anything classic songs are about. Usually about problems or solutions or good things happening in your life or bad things happening in your life. I think that covers probably 80% of recorded music, so hopefully that'll give you some source of inspiration. But maybe for your song, your method is coming up with the instruments first, and that's cool. I'm going to be coming up with my beat next week, as I've written the hook and come up with most of my lyrics today. That's another good point, is that your song is only as good as the hook, so make sure your hook is good before filling out the rest of the song. If the hook's not good, chances are the rest of the song is not going to be that great. You know, they always say don't bore us, get to the chorus. Obviously this relates mostly to pop music or music that has some sort of a pop structure. Since my hip hop song is basically going to be a pop structure, verse, chorus, bridge, you know, something along that nature, I'm going to stick to the basics and make sure I have a good hook before going through and writing the rest of my lyrics. I mentioned number 5 in the 10 things video. If you haven't watched that video about the Fall Song Challenge, check it out. The link's in the description. The 5th, the most important thing, is to find a song that you like that's similar to the one you're going to record. In my case, I've chosen the Beastie Boys' Rhymin' and Stealin', which is one of my favorite songs off of one of my favorite albums of all time, Licensed to Ill, 1986, Def Jam. Check it out if you have not checked it out. It has aged incredibly well, and I was listening to it just the other day and thought, man, this is perfect timing for my Fall Song Challenge song. And there's a couple things I like about this song. One, there's no real bass line on it. The song samples the drum beat from When the Levee Breaks by Led Zeppelin, as well as a riff from Black Sabbath, and how those are intertwined over each other with the Beastie Boys doing their thing over the song. You might say, well, this is kind of cheating. No, you're going to take a song and then mix your song to it, or you're going to take elements of the song, and at the end of the day, steal judiciously. Steal what you like. Steal without any hesitation. If there's something you like, make a note of it, make a list of it on your phone, make a list in your notebook. If you hear something you like, a sound, a beat, a tone of a guitar, a line in a song, write it down, steal it. Now, there's a fine line though. You obviously can't just completely steal somebody's work, but in the case of rhyming and stealing, that's exactly what the Beastie Boys have done. Is they've taken a drum beat from John Bonham. It's literally a loop of that song with a loop of a Black Sabbath riff. So, and the song is called Rhyming and Stealing, and that's exactly what they're doing, both literally and figuratively, and the theme of the song. So they in themselves have stolen aspects of two great songs to make another great song. And that's the history of recorded music. I used to be against stealing things from other artists until I realized that's all art is. It's just where you steal something from and where you take it to. So don't be afraid to steal. Another thing I like about this song is that there's no bass. And with my limited track count, that's gonna be a great indication for me, or a great idea for me of how I should mix my song, because it consists of mostly a guitar, fuzzy guitar riff, and a big fat John Bonham drum beat. It's really a perfect song for me. Right, so my lyrics just came from a turn of phrase when I was frustrated at work. I think this is a great place to start. If there's something in your life that you find frustrating, or something that you think is unfair, or something that you love about your day, or something that you love about the person that you're in love with, start that out as the first line. Write what you know. Classic writing trope, which is why I'm writing a song about making that cheddar, because I love cheese and I make money at my job, and that's something I know how to do. It's something I know that I have to do, unfortunately, and the song is kind of a critique of that idea and the modern way of making money. So what are you starting with this week? I hope you found this video useful to writing some lyrics. I hope it gave you some ideas of what you can do. What are you going to be doing this week? Writing lyrics? Are you going to be writing a beat? Are you going to be writing a riff? Let me know in the comments. I'm just curious if people are going to be following along, if people are going to be doing their own thing. But for writing hip-hop lyrics, or writing lyrics in general, just find inspiration in the world around you. Find inspiration within yourself. Find inspiration with something you find frustrating or something you enjoy. I think that's going to be a great place to start, and either come up with your title first, or just start writing some rhymes, writing some lyrics, and build your song around that. Build your song around phrases that you like, or that ideas that you like. And have some kind of common theme that you can continue coming back to if you run out of ideas. And that's why, for instance, making that cheddar, the song I'm writing started out as a song that was literally about money in a comical sort of way. And then I decided, well, wait a second, what if I incorporate other types of cheese into this dialogue, into this idea? And then I have a verse that's about critiquing the modern 5-day work week. So it all comes back to the center. It all comes back to this idea. It all relates to the same thing. I think the most important thing about many songs is the lyrics and the lyrical content. I hope it helps. I won't really unveil my lyrics until it comes time to record them. If you're just joining us, we're doing a song challenge. If you want to do it, there's some other videos about how we're doing it, what we're using. I'm going to be using 4 tracks on my cassette recorder. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button, you nerd. We'll see you next week. Hope you all make some progress this weekend. Peace.